Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Sean Grady with HeadsUpPro.com. This is the third installment of our demo videos on YouTube. I want to go over this match with you. We're gonna start at hand number 66 out of 87. Guy I'm playing, Hokkaido 56. Total wasn't a heads-up player, just not making wise moves, and that's, if there's any luck involved with our system, it's just getting involved with players that have no idea what they're doing, and I was fortunate enough to do just that today. I'm gonna start playing this, but I'm not gonna comment on it until I get to a few specific hands. In Heads Up Pro, we have a rule, or a standard, if you will. Our goal is to win 65% of our matches. Naturally, you would want to win 100%, but that's just not possible. With optimal play, you could be a winning player. Naturally, you can't win them all. We say that we strive to win 65% of our matches. The other 35%, 25% of them will be a result of someone out-donking us or giving us a bad beat or having a cooler hand, a very good second best hand. And the other 10% of the time we will concede defeat and just say, you know what, we were outplayed. And that's not a statement of arrogance, that's just a statement of fact. That's the way it works. Picking up into the game that you're watching here, guy I was playing, I had him in the palm of my hands 3 different times. He was down to less than 500, and per the videos you've seen before, I was just waiting to win. He kept going all in at mysterious times. You'll see that in a few hands. Betting big when he had nothing, betting small when he had something. So, and extremely predictable. Every time he got his money in, he had the worst of it. And as we wind down to the last 10 hands, you'll see an example of, I guess, the stripes of being a heads-up professional, and what is and is out of our control. So, there's one I tried bluffing him off. That was no good. And, one thing, I'm going to pause this real quick. One thing that we have to control is our emotions, and that's something that we really, really talk about in courses 101 and 102. Because this is the kind of situation that can throw you on tilt, and rather than losing one game or losing the lead, I should say, it can turn into a losing day. A losing day can turn into a losing week, and your $30 sit and go, which this is, your $30 sit and go can turn into a 300, 400, 500 and more loss, because you throw yourself onto a negative wave of tilt, and that's something that you have to learn to temper. We work with our students and explain how to avoid it. It's like stepping from one room to another. You're either playing perfect, or you're overplaying and you're on tilt, and you're forcing the issue. So that being said, I'm gonna continue the video, show you what went on. He shoved all in with queens, and wouldn't you know it, he rivered a 3 there. He went into the river with 6 outs and caught the 3. So he gets the lead, and I'm pissed off. But I'm not going to allow that to change my play. Game goes on. I took several notes on this guy, but on Absolute Poker, I don't bump into the same players too many times. We're coming down to the last 3 hands, and I was still very confident I can win this game, despite the deficit in chips. We're winding down here. See, he's went all in. Obviously, I'm not going to call unless I have a better hand. Alright, so let me pause the action here. This is the last hand of the game. I flopped a jack with my jack 9 out of position. I'm not crazy about my kicker, but there wasn't. Let me back up here. Let's back up just a touch. There was he was small, I was the big. He just limped in. Alright, I want to make sure I wasn't crazy. So there was no pre-flop show of strength on his part. So I wasn't too concerned with a hand like Jack Queen or Jack Ace or Jack King. Not even really Jack 10. I checked because I like to play a little bit passive when I'm out of position, and he went all in. After about a second of thinking, I called, and he revealed Jack 7. So now he's trying to 3 outs this time. A 7 and only a 7, and there you have it. And this guy walked away with $60. So that's a tough way to start a session. Sometimes you can play optimal poker, and there's just nothing you can do. There is, unfortunately, still luck involved, and it's out of our control. So now that I've made a video, I'm going to take a break, clear my mind, and get back to the games. For more info on how you can become a Heads Up Pro, head on over to headsuppro.com. That's www.headsuppro.com or headsuppro.net, and fill out an application. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and we'll see if we can't help you out. For headsuppro.com, I'm Sean Grady.